This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined by trainer Mark Tibbs here in Stratford for a busy weekend for you tomorrow night. Not only have you got 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 fighters out. Other than that, how's things, mate? How have you been?
I'm good, thanks, Louis. Good to see you, mate, as always. And busy night tomorrow.
Absolutely, a pleasure as always to see you, Mark. I suppose I don't really know where to start. I think the perfect way to start is how do you manage, suppose, having so many fighters out on one day? Is it a good thing? Like, is it good in camp to have everyone sort of firing on all cylinders together, but also stressful on a fight night as well?
Well, no, it's not. It's just got to get the slots right. It's just man management. But it's been a bit testing, but I'm really happy with how everyone's come on and some developed and well, the proof of being the pudding Saturday night.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I suppose we'll firstly start on the main event. Johnny Fisher takes on Alen Babic. A big fight for Johnny, a massive step up for him. I think I asked you at the launch presser, sort of why is the time now to Johnny show that he can have this step up and he's ready to mix it with the top domestic guys at heavyweight?
Well, listen, Johnny's it's about time he steps up, and it's about time he steps up. And there was a few Americans, because he wanted to headline his own bill. A few Americans come up, and I was thinking, I don't know. Alen Babic just come up, and I just thought to myself, public like him. He brings the heat. I think it'll work for Johnny, as long as you don't get clips on the whiskers. Yeah. But no, I think it's a great fight, and it's a fight that's got everyone's juices flowing, and the fans are gonna like it. My guy's gonna come through victorious in good fashion. Then he's gonna grow from that. Yeah, that's the plan.
You was almost like brought. You was mentioned in the press conference yesterday. Alan sort of spoke to you, said, you remember when I sparred Dillian Whyte, and you had a few words to say. Was it, I suppose, Babic is someone that's been familiar to you for quite a while then?
Yeah, no, Alan. I remember Alan when Dillian brought him over from Croatia for sparring for a fight at the O2 against I can't think of his name now. A Canadian guy with a bald head.
What Alan fighting him or Dillian?
No, Dillian.
Canadian guy.
I might have mentioned him yesterday.
So, did you say Canadian? I was going to say Lucas Brown, but
no, he's Australian.
Yeah.
Anyway, we look him up, but he was a good fight, and he was identical to Babic, and yeah, he come over and we sat down a few years back now, 5 years ago, might be 6 years ago. But Alan did bring the heat with Dillian. But I did say to Dillian that spar, I said, Dillian, trust me, weather this man, let him catch. By Friday, you'll do what you want with him. but Alan and Dillian had a good relationship, and big up to Dillian. He's been good for Alen Babic, and we wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for Dillian Whyte, to tell the truth, because he'd given me his opportunity, where probably a lot of people wouldn't.
A lot was made from Babic's comments when he's saying, this is, made a mistake, this is too early for Johnny now. When it comes to everything that is in tomorrow night, he's the main event, he's the main attraction. All the tickets he sold a hell of a lot of tickets, and it is arguably the biggest fight of his professional career so far. How do you know, when a fight is ready? We spoke about it earlier, but how do you know, how can you prepare Johnny for all those outside factors, I guess, rather than just the fight?
What it is, Luke, so I'm around him a lot, and certain situations I put him into in the gym or sparring. Yeah, that's how you get to know. He builds character. He's been out to America a few times and all, and with decent world level operators. You know what I mean? We just finished up sparring with Derek Chisora, and you know what Derek's all about. And he gave a great account of himself. Johnny did, Fisher did. So that's how you know he's ready. His temperament, mindset. It was always had a good mindset, but it had to accept and develop in certain areas mentally. to be a boxer at a championship level. You know what I'm saying? And I really believe he's turning them corners now, and Alen Babic will be a big test for him Saturday night. Yeah.
I was just about to bring him.
Yeah,
he can jump in. He can jump in because I was literally just about to bring him up.
I've gone to Pelici's.
Did you have it?
Yeah, loads of us went there.
Brilliant.
As I was going to say, now with top prospect Giorgio Visioli, just join us in the interview. I suppose another fight for him and another exciting one.
Another fight. This is Giorgio's 4th professional bout. I've prepared him for his 3rd fight, 3 fights, but I've only been there for 1. So I'm really excited for Giorgio to be here for his 4th professional fight against a very good opposition. He's always had good opposition since he's been a professional, and he's still a baby, but he's got skills and readability that world championship fighters have got. And you see that, and if you can see that early doors, and he's got the work ethic, and well, listen, you just got to look him up. Look at what he's done and how he deals with what's in front of him. So, but listen, he's got a little way to go.
Very nice.
But trust me, 3 years flies in a twinkling of an eye. So he's got a good management, good promoter, and yeah, so he's going to be brought along at the right pace.
And when you chose Mark as trainer and him putting his faith in you, how good, I suppose, has that relationship been, sort of as it's blossomed as you've turned over pro?
Definitely, we've had a great relationship. I think you go to the best trainer in the world, and if you don't have a good relationship with him, I don't see, you don't get on. We might get on really well, and yeah, it's nice, the nice words, but and all the good compliments, but you got to keep training hard and just put on the good performances and keep doing what I'm doing. So
he's got to keep chipping away, fight by fight.
Like he says, I'm still a baby. I'm still young.
But he's got to chip away, fight by fight, and before he knows where he is, he'll be at championship level. I'm just letting you guys know. Don't forget his name, Giorgio Visioli, because I compared him to when my dad first signed with Billy Joe Saunders years ago, when Billy was 17 years old. I remind him he's as good as Billy Joe Saunders, a bit stronger, and he's got all the attributes that Billy Joe had. And yeah, so listen, he's had a great start to his professional career, and he's played the game himself, as in put in the hours, studied. About time after this fight, once he performs, he's got to have a little rest.
Absolutely. Forward. Cheers for coming in, Giorgio. I appreciate it. Just spoke to Giorgio there. I suppose we'll go on to another fighter on the card, John Hedges, taking on Lewis Oakford from Southern Area title as well. So yeah, another big fight for John.
John, great fight for John Hedges. Lewis Oakford, pardon me, is Southern Area title, cruiserweight. Great fight for Johnny. Johnny needs some substance. You know what I'm saying? Needs a bit of substance in his career. And this is going to be a turning point for Johnny Hedges for sure, because he's a brilliant boxer.
And also did want to touch on the two guys who are obviously boxing elsewhere, Finney James, but also importantly Joel Bartell taking on Jordan Reynolds. Joel's sort of someone that you've worked with, and I suppose even Finney as well for a long time. And it's time now that especially Joel is in a massive fight in his career.
Yeah, Joel don't really want to mess around. He wants to get he wants to get a push. He wants to get a move on in his career a little bit, and Jordan Reynolds come up, and I thought, well, that's the sort of fight he wants. And I've known Jordan for a long time. He ain't no pushover. He's got a great wealth of experience. Seeing he's only had 7 professional fights, he's had a wealth of. He's mixing great company over the years. Jordan has. Real nice geezer is that. He's a real lovely fella. And Joel Bartell, same. I've looked after him as an amateur here and there. So I haven't looked after him as an amateur. He helped me out with some young pros I was working with at the time, and he got made of good stuff. Joel Bartell. His manager Richard Maynard asked me to have a look at him and would I train him, and it was a pleasure to bring him into the camp. And he's very exciting on the eye. Joel's got a great jab. He's got a great fighting, likes to mix it up, likes to get stuck in. If anything, you've got to hold him back a little bit, smarten him up, and he's got to be smart. He's got to be smart Saturday night, and yeah, vicious. He's very vicious. Yeah, I like that.
For sure. Just wanted to move on from, I suppose, outside boxing topics. A man that you sort of done some training with and trained with, sort of didn't have a fight together, but trained with him previously, Daniel Dubois. He's taking on Anthony Joshua at Wembley Stadium. I suppose, from yourself, when it comes to a prediction for this fight, how much do you take into sort of the time you've experienced with Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel. Listen, Daniel. I've seen Daniel in the Peacock gym for years and years and years when Martin Bowers trained him, and obviously I spent a bit of time because we was going to work together. But man can punch, got extremely fast 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Fast 1-2, and credit to him. He's had some great opportunities. He's done some great business in boxing for such a young man, and he's still doing good business. And good luck to him. And his last fight against Hergovic. I fancied Hergovic, to tell the truth, and Johnny Fisher was sparring with Hergovic, and what I saw of it, I thought, oh, he's in trouble, Daniel. But to be fair, good luck to him. He showed, I think that was his best victory to date, mentally as well, Daniel. I think Anthony Joshua fight is pretty difficult for him, to tell the truth, because of the wealth of experience, Olympic gold medalist, and all the fights Anthony Joshua's had, with top operators for quite a bit longer. I feel that AJ's just got that mentality back, but again, you can't gauge it against Ngannou, a UFC fighter that's there to be it. Can't slip, can't counter. Oh, it might be out of counter. Take that back. He hit Fury with a good counter left hook. But he is there to be it. So, listen, very, very interesting, Dubois and AJ. And like I said before, whoever's first, fast and hard wins.
You mentioned there about Anthony Joshua, and when it comes to his wins, do you think too much gets made of it? Because at the end of the day, like, people could argue that it is a step below sort of elite level competition.
Anthony, you mean? Yeah,
Anthony Joshua. Like, do people make too much of it because it's not, you're not boxing an elite level operators?
Yeah, well, listen, I just think, I think what could play an effect, for a positive effect with Dubois is that news, that rumour that they'll say that Dubois chinned AJ, flattened him many years ago at the GB system, down there in Sheffield. So that will have an effect on Anthony, and between them two could level it out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I just feel that. Well, I felt it before I felt that Hergovic would be too much for Dubois. So he's surprising us, and he's coming through. So he's getting better. So I'm made up for Daniel. Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because on the Talk Boxing podcast, Simon Jordan and Spencer Oliver both made observations about AJ, and obviously he got stopped by Andy Ruiz, and they talked about him having almost like PTSD from that, when he gets hit on the chin. Do you think it is a case of maybe someone like AJ, and maybe fighters, when they get clocked with a good shot, there is some sort of they revert back to what they know, and there is some sort of so to speak PTSD, so to speak, from that?
Well, yeah, after the Ruiz fight, it was very clear that he was a little gun shy, yeah? You think so? Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I'd definitely say so, yeah, I definitely agree, yeah.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, so I feel he was a little gun shy for a little bit, and a little confused even. He wasn't never the same fighter as when he was with Robert McCracken, for me anyway, and then, but he seems to have got that confidence back. Good luck to him. He's going to still good fights for Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
For sure. Mark, as always, thank you for taking time to speak to me. Appreciate it, mate. And yeah, all the best for tomorrow, mate. Hopefully it'll be a 5 out of 5, which I'm sure it will be. Top man. Thank you.